Hello, friends. How are you all doing? Let me begin with a small question. Have you ever picked up your phone just to check one message and somehow 30 minutes later you find yourself scrolling through reels, news feeds, or endless notifications? Then wonder where did the time go? Welcome to Stars of Learning, where we explore ideas that help you grow, learn, and lead with purpose. I'm Jyoti Ji, and in today's episode, we will explore the digital distraction, the silent disruptor of growth. Coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. It's no secret, friends, you have a purpose and you have the highest potential. Dream it, believe it, achieve it. So dream big, truly believe in it, and achieve it 100% to live the life fullest. And I want to join hands with you on this mission to learn and grow together, to engage, enlighten, and empower. Yes, this is solo episode of your host Jyoti G on Stars of Learning podcast. Let's begin. In the age of distraction, focus is your superpower. Let's unlock the potential. So, friends, we live in a world where attention has become the new currency, right? Everyone, every platform, every ping is competing for your focus. And the truth is, digital distraction has quietly become one of the biggest disruptor for growth, learning, and even happiness. So, today we're going to talk about how it affects us, why does it happen, and most importantly, how we can take our attention back. Because here is the secret, when you master your attention, you master your life. So let's understand what's really happening. Digital distraction means it's not just about using your phone or a laptop or a TV too much. It's about losing our ability to focus deeply, to be fully present at the moment. See, our brains are wired, to seek novelty. So every beep you get, alert, or that notification, or that noise, or that hit button you get, it's a hit of a dopamine. That small rush of pleasure, right? That keeps us coming back to those platforms. And slowly we get trapped into that loop, scrolling, checking, reacting, but rarely pausing. And mistaking this constant activity, what we are doing, is a real progress of us. But here's the truth, friends, this activity is not an achievement. And if you know, we check our phones over 150 times a day, and our average attention span has dropped to just 8 seconds. And it takes about 23 minutes, okay, to refocus after each interruption you have got in your life. And the survey says that these digital distractions can reduce our productivity by 40%. That's a hidden cost, right? That's the theft of our attention. That's our most valuable resource. So, how does this play out in our real life? We are go to bed tired, but actually wired. Our minds are still open. We are still thinking of scrolling even when the phone is off. And interesting part is we sit with family, friends, or loved ones, even with the colleagues, but we keep glancing at our screen mid conversation, right? And we wake up and check our phones before checking in with ourselves, if we really got a fine. And this constant stimulation, right? Uh, it eats our mental energy, emotional balance too is a chaos, and peace of mind is at stake. So, friends, we have become so connected to the world that we are disconnected from ourselves. And that's the main concern. So, this distraction, right, it impacts our mental well being, our energy is taken a toll, our emotional wellness, being calm, and even relationship is at stake. So, these distraction, digital distraction, it feeds anxiety. It reduces patience in us, and it's making us harder to focus on what truly matters to our life, right? So it's important. What's important to know, the fact is, technology is not the enemy for us. Our relationship with it is, definitely. And my coach would always say, Jyoti, technology is a key. But when we use it mindfully, it empowers us. And when we let it control us, it drains us. Right. So now let's talk about the growth. And for me, both personal and professional matters. So when we are distracted, right, with digital, we don't learn deeply like we would learn earlier, right? For example, take a look at yourself, your family, your friends, your colleagues, the children, our future generation. What are they all doing? What are we doing? We skim, we scroll, we switch, you know, we forget also faster. And whatever we consumed, we rarely reflect also. And being in the L&D department, and my focus is on the people development, and learning is a key. Learning needs focus, reflection, and silence, all of which this distraction steals away. So, at work, uh, constant pings, emails, alerts, these all, it gives a false sense that, we are being so productive and we are very busy. But if you look at, we are not effective in what we are doing. And I was also reading a book, Deep Work by Cal Newport, very interesting. And he says to produce at your peak level, right, you need periods of uninterrupted concentration. Do we get that in these days? I don't know. So, success today doesn't belong to the busiest people, it belongs to the most focused. And we need to bring that into our life. So think about it, friends. Bill Gates, he takes think weeks away from all technology. Steve Jobs, he used walk meetings, no devices. And Warren Buffett, he spends most of his day just reading and thinking. And they all understood one thing, that, these distractions, right? It divides our attention. But if you put a focus on one part, it multiplies your power. So we live in an era full of tools. Definitely, we need them, which is meant to help us. Yet, we are feeling that burnout, right? And burnout is rising, friends. Why? Because these distraction dilutes our success. So, what do we do when we react all day? We stop creating. We chase what's urgent, but not what's important. And we respond faster, but think very slow. So, true success comes from clarity and consistency. I will add A, B, C, D, our attitude, our behavior, consistency, and discipline. I've talked about this in my previous episodes. Please have a look at it. And every great achiever, right, from Mary Kom, perfecting her boxing punches, to A.R. Rahman composing that timeless music, to PM Modi shaping a vision for India, what they all share one thing in common is deep focus. Because distraction gives us instant pleasure, happiness, and that dopamine release. But focus is what gives us lasting success. And the key is to protect our attention from that. So, uh, it's not just more work we do, it's to create better work in whatever we are doing, right? That's the secret. That's the magic we need to do. And actually, when we do that, that will enable us to make smarter decisions. Agree? And it will also build calmness. It gives clarity to us. It gives more confidence to us. That's where our success begins. So, friends, why does this matter now? We live in the AI world and the age of attention economics. So, where you notice the companies don't just sell products, it could be any apps, anything you're looking at, they sell distractions. The longer we are scrolling, the more they earn, the more they make profit. That's why reclaiming our focus is not just about productivity, but it's about the freedom of everything we do. And it's about we need to choose, we need to make a choice what deserves your energy and what doesn't. And only when we have that focus and attention, we will get that clarity, right? So we need to train our minds. And if we don't train our minds, then these AI algorithms will train them for us. So, how do we fight back now? It's not against technology, okay? I'm not talking about that because we need them to scale, but against our habits. So here are some techniques, some ways to reclaim your focus. Let's talk about, how do we regain control practically. First and foremost is awareness. You need to track your screen time, know where your attention goes, what you're doing, which app you're using the most, what is that you're doing in that. And please note that, what you don't measure, right? You can't manage them. It can be calories, it can be activities, it can be your time. Anything has to be measured. So only then you will be able to manage. And for that, you need to be aware. So awareness is the first step you need to do for a digital distraction. The second comes the boundaries from distraction. So when I say boundaries, you are supposed to set tech free times during your meals, before bed, or first hour after waking up. You can use do not disturb mode or a focus mode. You decide what works for you, when to engage, when not to. You can turn off notification. Whatever works for you, enable that. You have to put that boundary. Single tasking, the third one. That's my secret. Do one thing at a time. While I'm doing, well, I also follow a multitasker, but I do a Pomodoro technique when I need my focus and attention. That means 25 minutes of focused activity, 5 minutes of break. I've spoken about this technique in my earlier episodes too. So you just go and check out what is that. What I like is when I practice this method, right? The quality of the work, right? It's phenomenal. It'll be a surprise to you. Practice and you explore this option. Yeah. Pomodoro technique. Then the last and the least, reconnecting with the real world. Yeah, for the real learning. So you need to read a book, article, take a walk without your phone, have a conversation with real people with full presence, no screen time at that time. Escape to some silent zone because silence is not empty. It's full of answers. We need to explore such things. To conclude, friends, please be aware that technology is a tool for us, it's not a trap. So, what's in it for you? When you shift from constant consumption to conscious creation, right? You will reclaim your energy, your peace, your potential will all go high. So, what's in it for you when you choose focus over distraction? Definitely, you need to look at that. So you will feel calmer and more centered. Your mind stops racing. You will achieve more in less time. You will think deeper and connect better because that's a requirement for learning. Deep thinking replaces this shallow scrolling, what we do on the digital. And you will grow faster because mastery begins with attention. And uh, Focus is not just a skill anymore, friends. It's a competitive advantage in the digital age, period. Focus. As Tony Robbins, a great thought leader, he says, where your attention goes, right, your life will flow. So here's a question, deep question to reflect on. What would your life look like if you gave your dreams the same focus you give to your phone? I'll repeat this question. What would your life look like if you gave your dreams the same focus you give your phone? Because when you master your attention, right, you master your growth. And that's where the true success begins. Are you all ready? As always, I look forward to your action, not just reflection on topic, but this topic, digital distraction, the silent disruptor of growth. Do let me know how you applied this piece of learning, what insights brought you, energized, what has helped you to level up your life. I would like to hear your thoughts and experience. Please put your comments below. And this is Jyoti signing off. Until next time, keep smiling, stay positive, and live your best life. And thank you for tuning in, and all the very best on your journey of growth and focus. Thank you.